Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see if we're kicking right along. Check YouTube to see if everything's working. Man, everything just started working very well when I started using Studio OBS instead of Streamlabs OBS. You see what I mean? You guys remember that shit? It would crash on me at the beginning of like every fucking live stream. Pardon the use of colorful language here. Way. Streamer client connected. Bot is set up. I also, by the way, the chat that is on screen now, there is a filter in there so you can remove a lot of the bot commands and a lot of the things there. So that should help with the clutter on how chat gets a little crazy on screen sometimes with all of the people doing the pen and paper battles and whatnot. But anyway, welcome everybody. I wasn't planning on streaming. I was fiddling with a few things here and there, getting stuff ready for Davey and myself and the show that we're working on later this week. Doing prep work, so to speak. And I saw something. I said, instead of just reading this and taking a look at it, I'll do it with you, chat. So today we'll be taking a look at the story of a man named Carlos Dillard. Woman cut him off in traffic. He needed to make her pay. So yeah, I had to reboot the bot. It did not seem to be working, but since we are live, I got a coffee. I've got my phone in front of me to read chat. I've got chat on my screen as well. I'm sat chat. We're good. Oh, since I was bringing up the Midnight Crockpot, which is a working title, the one I used for Twitch and DLive is the Midcast, halfway between live stream and podcast. I think that rolls off the tongue really well, but I haven't spoken with Davey in a few days. We've both been working our asses off. Father's Day weekend, and everybody's been looking for any excuse to go outside, so. I know, haven't I? But without further ado, there is a little further ado. The thing I was going to show you. Okay, so I set up the overlay a little bit. Still going to mess around with it a little bit, but I have the Chiron. I'll be putting a bunch of just random news stories in there, sort of like we usually do. That's the thing. There's two chats. The tale of two chats. But I'm going to eventually use the restream because it's going to restream. Let me see. That's the one. So I figure the reason I have two chats is depending on whether or not I have something on the right here to show, I have something that I can change up. So, boom, there we go. So, and what's even more neat, chat, here I'll even play this.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over to the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things. things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon, orderly, a new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon, that city will be a reality, and we will crown its king.
Better than kings, guys.
So far.
Welcome, everybody.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already...
You're cramping my style here, Bob Page. Welcome, everybody, to the Midnight Show, or rather, midnight in the morning. It is June 23rd, 2020. Another day, another few dollars, another few bad ideas spent. And it is the 20th anniversary of Deus Ex, the video game. I believe it's the 20th anniversary now. Maybe it was yesterday, but in either case, Deus Ex, 20 years old. Fucking crazy. Crazy. Deus Ex is the game that had the audio that we played a second ago. Anyway. What is that Dream Theater song? Every breath leads me one more closer to my last. It's been a while since I've heard Pull Me Under. But let's switch things over. Yeah, look at that. Even chat's coming through loud and clear. Look at that. Look at that. And we got a little bit of music. I turned up the soundboard. I saw that it was a little too low. Now somebody's going to install Deus Ex. I already did. I saw E. Miles Chong, actually. I forget what it was. He posted a meme of some sort. I'm like, fuck, I gotta reinstall. I had it installed, but it needed to update, and I consider that installing it. One day closer to the end, and I'm up. It's one step closer, my dude. One step closer. I never asked for this. Man, I really wanted to see the point for which Deus Ex and like the two universes clash, right? Jansen and JC. That would be a fucking sweet story. And I liked Mankind Divided. I really liked Mankind Divided, the most recent Deus Ex entry. But it was so... It ended too quick, and the story felt like it didn't really go anywhere. But anyway, I'm rattling on, chat. Listen to me rambling about days of our past. In chat, you will see that those of you in YouTube chat spamming those fucking links or those chat commands, and they are not coming up on screen. Look at that. Even now, when I've achieved perfection, still looking good. Mankind Divided is still in my queue. You know what I like the most about Mankind Divided? Okay, take a game like Fallout 4. I didn't even fucking finish Fallout 4. It wasn't fun. But you couldn't just go full Fallout New Vegas and just kill everybody. Everybody in sight. Like, what's that dude's name? I forget his name, but that one dude who wants you to build settlements, you can't kill him. You can't do it. In Mankind Divided, you can, for the most part. I think a lot of people you can, but you can go around and just, like, let's just say dispatch the authority figures and then hide away an event for like 5 seconds, Metal Gear Solid status, walk out and no one remembers you at all. Anyway, do you think Cyberpunk will be based or lame? It will be fucking lame. That's what I think. I have a copy coming my way because I don't want to get into it, but I have a copy that is mine. I'm going to get to play it when it comes out, and I don't expect it to be very cool. I expect it to be very lame. Can we get the Biden "I'm coming" added to the soundboard? I don't see why not. I didn't know it existed. I still need to add "You Ain't Black." Somebody sent that to me last stream. I just want a Cyberpunk game with no politics. How about no politics in anything? Wouldn't that be nice? God, I'm so fucking tired of it all, and I'm sure most people feel the same way.
Just how powerful I am.
Yeah, no, I think it's because the Deus Ex games jump. I want to say the newer series takes place further in, so if there would be a game to bridge the two together, I think it'd be really cool. Oh, there's an ad playing for something. Let me check. It doesn't show anything playing on my end. Everything looking fine, chat. Let me know if there are any audio hiccups. I'll be sure to fix them. We'll check out chat. I'll hang out for another minute or so, and we'll get into the story. I'll give you a basic summary. Something got under my skin. Just watch. I was so mad. I was going full Richard Spencer, about ready to rip off my shirt and show my ideology that is tattooed on my upper chest. It's not actually. I don't have any tattoos, but I'm going full AHX, if you know what I mean. Seeing this shit really gets my blood boiling, man. People like this. Psychotic is one way of putting it.
Disgusting.
Oh wait, so Deus Ex takes place later in the timeline than the new one. So eventually, like Deus Ex 3 or 4 would... Maybe there would be a fucking mission one of them had to go on where they would clash. I think it'd be fucking sweet. The Whopper button. 2077 looks good to me, but what is their SJW shit in it? They've been appealing to that market a little bit, and it's just a bad sign. When you dip your toes into that particular group of people, it's really ironic, right? It's always projection. They're the most hateful people in the world, but they accuse everyone else of being hateful. They are easily, now I don't use this phrase very often, but yeah, maybe it's the GIF. Let me know if it was that. Old Jensen versus young Denton. Yes, that would be fucking awesome, man. I was sidetracked. No, I just have the Triple X tattoo, man. Not American History X. I got the Vin Diesel Triple X tattoo, man. But yeah, 2077. So they, despite them talking about how other communities are toxic, they are the most toxic, by their own definition, community that exists. Period. Think about it like this. Ask yourself this, chat. How many times have you guys seen white supremacists gather? One, right? Charlottesville. That's about it. Maybe two if you count Charlottesville 2, Electric Boogaloo. 2, right? Black Lives Matter and Antifa has consistently burnt down poor people's houses, places of employment that very likely hire African Americans, low-income houses, consistently. I've never seen a white supremacist burn down a poor black neighborhood. I've seen Antifa and Black Lives Matter do it dozens of times. And yet they're the ones that say that everyone else is the problem. They have to do this because there's a racist person on the internet somewhere. We're not white. So no, we're not. That's the fucking bullshit part about it. Even if, like, let's say, right, you're one of the guys. Let's say you're Jared Taylor. You believe in race IQ and you're willing to die on that hill. Well, if you believe in race IQ, whites aren't, or European descended people are not even in the top 3. So if this ideology, if this knowledge makes you supposedly fucking a white supremacist, they're not even supremacists. They're not the supreme ones. The Jews are. Fuck is this? It's such an inaccurate term. Donald Netanyahu, I haven't. Not sure there were any white white supremacists at Charlottesville Wild. No, they were mostly probably agitators and fucking protesters that were there to counter signal. To show up, they're Antifa people showing up as, quote, white supremacists. That's what I think. I legitimately. I think most of those numbers were fluffed. The average people, the ones that are being affected by this fucking crusade, none of those people were there. Charlottesville was the alt-right's Coachella. I mean, really, if you think about it. I like to think of it, what's that one? I can't remember the gathering, chat. It escapes me, but the one where the guy got sued the fuck out of. He had the Fire Festival. It reminds me of the Fire Festival. Viper Guard says, I had 400 hours in Fallout 4, 200 on the settlements alone. Man, dude. I couldn't. I got like 2 or 3 hours. I did not like it. I didn't like it. It wasn't fun. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why it wasn't fun, but it wasn't. If I played it again and thought to myself, why does this suck? I could probably give you a good reason. I felt the same way about fucking Skyrim. I did not like Skyrim. I tried playing that 5 times now, and I play it for about an hour, sometimes 2 hours, and I go, dude, this sucks, man. I'm gonna turn on a video and not watch it and go do something else. Oh yeah, Cantwell. Well, Cantwell's really adamant about letting everyone know that he wasn't a Fed. To the extent that he was willing to work with Jared Holt. That's how much of not a Fed he is. So for the record, Chris Cantwell isn't a Fed, right? I believe you. But I believe that you're such an asshole, an insufferable prick, that you would run to somebody as loathsome as Jared Holt to take down and deplatform people because they made fun of you and said you might be a Fed. Because you said, quote, I worked extensively with law enforcement, unquote. Those were Chris Cantwell's words. I see someone in chat, so that means he is a Fed then. Right? Fuck. Didn't he admit to wearing a covert mic? I haven't heard that, but as far as I'm concerned, that wouldn't surprise me, and that would be the nail in the coffin. That'd be all. That's all she wrote. Checkmate. These people, man. These fucking people. Okay, so we are hanging out. I spent a little bit more. You know how it goes. You know how it goes on this channel, chat. What, does he just ramble for 2 to 3 hours? Yeah, basically. Get a load of this guy. Now, I'm going to play this video for you. And I want you to think to yourself, is this helping anything, first of all? And second of all, is cancel culture giving psychos too much power?
Karen, are you okay? Can you explain to me calmly?
No, because you're attacking me right now.
I'm not attacking you. Ma'am, you flicked me off.
You're ready to take it.
Guys, this is her license plate number. She lives here. This is her.
I'm not attacking you. I'm just trying to get people on the internet to follow you and stalk you and possibly deal with it. Do your thing, Twitter, right? Get this. And by the way, his fucking name is White People Hate. But everyone else has to get censored, right? And for the record, I'm not against it because I think the more eyes on this asshole, the better. This guy is... I remember seeing something Ethan Klein tweeted out earlier, and I'm trying to stay out of that because I want nothing to do with fucking Ethan Klein or Keemstar. But it's really telling when you can be such a slimy fucking prick that you make Keemstar look like a really good guy. Ethan Klein. Before I saw this clip, I was thinking to myself, man, this person makes my fucking skin crawl. He's just trying to just make up a bunch of shit that it isn't real, accusing other people of spreading rumors and then spreading them himself and never fucking apologizing. He's a real scumbag, a real fucking slimy piece of shit. One of the few I'm thinking to myself, I think this guy is slimier than Mike Cernovich. This guy looks like he's covered in fucking sweat and ectoplasm. It makes no sense to me that somebody like this makes millions of fucking dollars by being a slimy prick. All he has to do is turn on his camera and read Reddit. All he has to do, but it's not good enough for Ethan Klein. He has to try to... Now he's shaking down Gamer from Mars. Another commentary, he said, "Oh, hey, buddy. I heard that you're friends with Kim." Fuck off. Go slither back somewhere else, you fucking prick. A guy's got to be pretty bad, chat. I have a rather friendly relationship with Coach Red Pill, right? He comes on the show. You guys hate him. But I rather like hearing from him. I like his perspective. And I never once said to myself, that's a guy I trust. But it's a guy I like the cut of his jib, right? Even if I disagree with some of the stuff. Hell, he dropped a bomb on me last night where I said, or the other night where I said, man, you're right. The simplest solution is usually best. Fuck, maybe you're wrong. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and you're right. And that's why you have to have people, sometimes that you don't always agree with, around. Sometimes an older gentleman that's been around a few more times. So, that having been said, I know how a lot of people perceive him. I know a little bit about his past, but I don't know the ins and outs. It wasn't as interesting as a lot of the other things going on, so I never really took too close of a look. But even if I did, when you know somebody is who they are, what you see is what you get, right? But you've got to be pretty bad. If I was just talking up Coach Red Pill yesterday or the other day, and then I see Ethan Klein, like 4 or 5 things where I'm just like, God, you are such a fucking... The word slimy is the only word I can think. It's just grotesque bacteria, a fucking parasite on humankind. That's what I see. I know it sounds overdramatic, chat. I haven't looked at chat, so I don't know if you agree with me or disagree, but I saw that and I said, wow, I can't even think of another word besides slimy. My encyclopedia, my internal thesaurus is just turned off. All I can think of is just growth, like bacteria. Just some of the worst shit on the planet. That's what I think of Ethan Klein after I've been seeing him recently. I never really liked the guy. At one time, I was like, hey, he's just a dude trying to do his podcast. How foolish I was 5 years ago when I thought, everyone on the internet's just an honest guy trying to make a living. Turns out they're all fucking scumbags. Every last one of them. Zero Cuck. That is a fair point. Didn't you say something about people who associate with horrible people are likely horrible themselves? Well, I will point out that the only times I ever do talk to really anybody, but especially Coach, is on this live stream right here. So you guys see, full transparency, the ins and outs of any of our dynamic. He might tweet me like something every once in a while, like sharing me a tweet. But it's very infrequent, like once a month. Whereas there are a few other people that are members of our live chat that I talk to on a more frequent basis. So I will be honest and say, yeah, there's some... I still stand by that, but you guys see the full ins and outs of our exchanges. So anyway. So the reason I went on that tirade, aside... monologue, rant, whatever you might want to call it, is because when I saw this, I went, wow, you're even worse. Holy shit. You're even worse than Ethan Klein. I thought we reached the bottom, but no, this Carlos Dillard at White People Hate just had to take that bar and drive it even further into the ground. That bar of standard, the standard of decency. This decency of the human fucking spirit, the condition, the zeitgeist, just deciding, you know what, instead of trying to pull this up to make everyone collectively better, let's just make the world collectively worse and plunge this into the sewage. That's what this guy just did, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I agreed with the person in chat that says at least Coach is rather forthcoming about being sleazy. That's exactly it. That's kind of why I like him. Because at the end of the day, he'll tell you to your face exactly what he's doing. Most of the time, I should say. Be sure to pre-order your copy of Wilshire Boulevard, chat. But yeah, let's take a look into this. Let's watch some more of this fucking shit. This goes on for 2 minutes, so trigger warning. This is
Her address.
no, it's
Karen,
not, it's
you
not
flipped
true.
me off. You cut me off and flipped me off, and now you're playing the victim. Ma'am, would you like to calm down? Guys, she flipped me off.
Her crime is flipping this man off. Chad, have you ever flipped anybody off? Well, right now, buddy, guess what? I'm flipping you off so fucking hard. I'm flipping you off with both fingers. And he might not know it, chat, but I'm flipping this guy off harder than I've ever flipped anybody off. If ever anybody deserved these 2 fucking fingers, is this guy. Let me tell you something, man. I'm one of the most peaceful fucking people you will ever meet. But if I saw this shit happen in front of me, chat, God, my God. Because just watching it, just seeing this shit, he'd be picking a hand. The RVD treatment. I bring that up sometimes. It's the best way. That's just the fucking coolest RVD story from WWE. Walks up to fucking Taz. He says, "Pick a hand, motherfucker." He says, "What do you mean pick a hand?" I said, "Pick the hand and I'm gonna slap the shit out of you with, because you don't have any fucking sense, apparently. You removed me from my center of being. I'm no longer Zen. I am no longer king of my reality, because you fucked that up, and now I need you to pick the fucking hand that I'm going to knock the sense back into your head with. That's what I need you to do. I need you to pick the motherfucking hand." God, people like this make nice guys like me decide, fuck it. Fuck it. I try pretty regularly to turn off that pride, that ego, that part of you that no, I'm not going to let this stand. And to be the better person, turn the cheek. But you know something? Oh yeah, it was ECW. You're right. That was ECW. That's a great shoe. I love RVD, man. You always had such a good presence. Nice little palate cleanser. Yeah, that guy was cool. But back to this fucking prick. He needs to pick a hand. That's what needs to happen here, chat. This motherfucker needs to pick a motherfucking hand. Because at the end of the day, you think this guy's gonna get any news coverage? You think they're even gonna talk about this on Fox? This guy, because she's, by the way, fully doxxed, and they're going for a job now, too. I'll play some more. Let's listen.
She literally
Hero.
flipped me off, and then she tried to come home. She's Karen. Karen, would you like to calm down and have a conversation? Why you... Am I attacking her? Ma'am, I'm not attacking you.
No, you're stalking. No, dude, you're stalking her. You followed her home. You followed her home, bro. And now, it wasn't just enough to find out where she lives. You had to let everybody know on the internet where this person who had the audacity, the lack of decency, to bend the knee before you. And she knows it. That's why she's crying. He's just pretending. I'm not assaulting you, Chad. I'm not attacking this woman. Pretending to be fucking dumb. But he knows what he's doing, and so does this woman. That's why she's hiding her license plate. She knows that this man is going to, on a false premise, try to ruin her life for the slightest of a slight. She is literally shaking. He's literally terrorizing her as she's in tears saying, "Please leave me alone." He's filming her outside her house, which he followed her to. And just wait till you see what these people on Twitter are saying. They're happy about this. These fucking insane people get a free ride. Well, they do get a free ride, but they get a clean slate to dox, harass, stalk, ruin the lives of somebody who flipped them off. And do you think, all of these wrong thinkers, we've been removed from the fucking internet, had our shit fucked with, been demonetized, been fucking throttled, shadow banned, whatever. Do you think this guy's gonna have to follow those same set of standards? Do you think this constitutes as harassment and bullying? Do you think this is considered problematic behavior? No, because those rules are only enforced one fucking way. You and I both know it. Let's continue on so we don't have to keep fucking looking at this.
off and you thought you could get away with it. You didn't think I would find you. She can apologize for calling me a nigger and flipping me off.
Whoa, dude, that's not fucking cool. Bro, you can't fucking say that. I don't care if you're black. You're not on Xbox Live right now. I don't see a fucking controller in your hand, sir. Woo, woo, woo. Fuck. I just heard a fucking... Somebody's gonna get a demerit. I'm pissed, chat. I'm pissed. Did you guys hear this? He just said the N-word. No, he said the N-word. Are we gonna let this stand? We gotta find out where he lives now, right? We gotta follow him home. He said the fucking N-word, chat. This is the end. This is the fucking end. I didn't see a fucking... Oh, I'm sorry, you have your fucking Switch handy? Are you playing Nintendo Switch? Play Nintendo Switch. He must be playing Nintendo Switch. He's on the road. He's on the road with his fucking N card. All over the fucking place. This fucking dude. Let's continue.
I'm trying to talk to you. My name is Carlos. Would you like to speak to me? This is what we get. Ma'am, why are you...
See, you notice that him accusing her of calling her the N-word, or calling him the N-word, only came in a minute into the fucking video. Press 1 in chat if you think this guy's absolutely full of shit and she did not utter the gamer word. First of all, I don't think she's ever been on Xbox Live. I'm a little hesitant to think that she's ever played a video game before. I'm seeing a lot of ones, dude. Literal seas of ones. You can see them on chat right now, I think. Right now, you can see it on screen right before you. All the ones. Let democracy ring. Ones. Nothing but ones. Not even 1, 2. There's a 1.5. Just one 1.5, sir. Was he acting like one? That's the more important question. You guys seen Roadhouse? What if this guy says my mom's a whore? Well, is she? Oh, what? She called me the N-word. Well, are you one? You're not making a very compelling case right now that you aren't.
Sitting here crying. What have I done to you?
You're doing it right now,
Ma'am,
you
what have
fucking
I done to
disingenuous
you?
prick.
So you can go around the city and flip people off and cut me off. So you didn't flip me off. Ma'am, I'm trying to let you talk.
No, you're not. You're trying to destroy her life.
You cannot sit. She literally flipped me off. She cut me off. I have it on camera.
Then let me see it.
She flipped me
Where's
off
the footage?
3 blocks away. And then
Release the racist cut. I want to see
I have
it.
on my Instagram. And then I got on my car.
Yeah, you see, I bet this woman's sitting here right now going, man, this guy's probably very virtuous. Just a real great guy.
I was like, ma'am, why are you following me? Why? She literally followed me. So
See, you see her trying to piece together who the good guy is? She's seeing the sobbing woman trying to cover her license plate and the man filming her, and she's thinking, yeah, I'm sure that this guy who's trying to explain himself to me isn't trying to explain himself to himself because he really realizes that he's an awful human being. This type of behavior is incurable, chat. This guy's not going to be able to go see a doctor. I don't want to live with somebody like this. I don't want to live anywhere near him. Can I get a restraining order? I'm being 100% chat honest. Can I get a restraining order against this guy? I don't want anything. I don't want him in my life. I don't want him associated with anyone I know. This person is probably going to kill somebody. I think he's a danger because this right here is indicative of something bigger happening down the line. My personal opinion. Just my humble little opinion.
then I followed her back home. And I said, ma'am, why are you harassing me?
Okay, I wasn't actually being serious. I know I can't. Restraining order. I was kind of kidding. Just a little bit.
Ma'am, listen for about what? Can I speak to you?
The good guys, chat. Aren't you looking forward to when it's your turn, chat? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'll go to jail. I'm not gonna let somebody do this to me. This is this right here. I'm not gonna stand for it. I'm not living like this. People like this bitch kill people. I know nothing about this woman other than that she was stalked by a crazy person on the internet and followed home. There's no reason for me to believe that she is up to anything malicious besides this person's word, and this person's word is less than what he has to say. Just despicable. Oh, that's the thing, Xerxes. We don't really know how to take a knee. We never really learned, you see. It's something, maybe it's in our blood. We just don't really know how to kneel. You know, perhaps you could come lay down before me and I can give it a try. I used to be such a nice person, chat. I really did. Jojo with $5. Twitter cancel culture is the modern witch hunt, but it's worse. I would rather be burned at the stake than have my life destroyed for upsetting people. Dude, fucking A. That I couldn't put it any more clearly. And by the way, I do have a new midnight news. It's shorter. I just started from scratch. I had like 20 minutes worth of content, and it all felt antiquated. It's the thing about covering current events. If you take some time off, you don't really get a chance to cover shit. But there was some stuff I wanted to do an internet drama section, and I didn't put it in there, so it'll make it in the next episode. But yeah, I've been calling it in the satire news or the spin news. I've been calling it digital lynch mobs, because that's what they are. And we also had $5 from the Bloody Talker. We need a separation peacefully or by blood. They are starting the race war. We are morally obligated to it. I will obviously disavow. This is America and you can't speak your mind anymore. I'm not going down like that, chat. That's all I'm going to say. No.
We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children.
Yeah, exactly. Just demonstrate peacefully outside their house. And maybe if they have a statue of some sort, tear it down, right? Because that's legal now. Oh, wait for they cover the statues of Jesus and Mary. Oh, they're already... I'm sure you're saying that because they already are. There already are, and there's like a schism in the black online community, right? Because these race pimps, they don't actually represent anybody. They're just a bunch of grifters. And Sean King. Yeah, Sean King, the white man who thinks he's black. I'm probably like maybe not physically blacker than he is, but I'm definitely more ghetto. I've seen the hood once or twice. Maybe more than I ever cared to. This motherfucker is telling everybody. And it's funny because a lot of his fans are saying, well, Jesus was black. What are you trying to do, man? That ain't cool. He's saying, well, these are the original oppressors. Leave it to a white man to tell the black man what they need to be focused on, you know? He's always trying to keep a brother down. He's whiter than my printer paper, Sean King. Yeah, he's white as hell. And that's his complexion. He clearly does have some roots, some fucking, I don't know what do you want to call it. He had like a fucking second cousin who was black or some shit, right? But oh. What a fucking disaster. There's so many... I was going to say, what a disaster, to quote Godwin. Well, what a disaster. It's been fucking nuts these past few days. Jay with $4.99 British pounds. Martin Luther King said, judge them by the content of their character, not skin color. well, we're judging them with the content of their character. So yeah, as far as I understand it, as long as we're judging them by the content of their character, we're all right. It's not racist then. And so I have to say, I'm not very impressed with their content of character. In a general sense, of course, but I mean, overwhelmingly. I look at all the footage out there. I saw some people trying to spin it. Well, Black Lives Matter wasn't out there burning shit. And to be fair, I did see some video clips of some fucking Antifa dude trying to like burn down a building, and then a bunch of black folk walking up and be like, "No, we aren't about that shit, dude. Fuck off." I did see that a few times. Anyway, and then Adolf Hitler. How's it going, buddy? With $5 for your inevitable purchase of a siege mask. Thank you. I will very likely need it. By the way, I hear Argentina's popping off these days. Imagine that. Imagine that. Okay, so I got another video from our lovely protagonist here, Carlos Dillard. But then we had $4.99 from the Real Teal. I never thought about race before all of this insanity. It's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy for them. It's all so tiresome. Fucking ain't, right? Chad, how long was it ago where I was like, no, man, just people are people. And I'll reiterate, coolest dude I met this week was a fucking black dude who worked a job and was raising 3 kids. Got no beef with that guy. That's a black American, sir. You know, but these people burn down the fucking... those people? What do you mean those people? You know what I mean. Not blacks. These perpetual victims. They will prevent us from ever being able to do anything with our lives. All right. Caught up. I don't want to forget. There was one. That's right. There was one I missed from the last show that I wanted. I might have shouted it out, but just in case, I believe for the last live stream, Screaming Into the Void had a $10 super chat. Stay alert and keep it up. Great stream. Thank you. I couldn't remember if I read that one out loud last time, so didn't want to leave anyone hanging. Hoping the Teddy Roosevelt thing will wake some boomers up. I don't know about that. I am a real American. The satire jokes we made a few months ago are now real headlines. Isn't that fucking weird? Do you think we gave them ideas, man? I really hope we didn't. But I think we might have. The thing is, if we can introduce, you know, funny little shenanigans here and there, I don't see what the harm is. Alright, so we got another video here. From another perspective. No, maybe not another perspective. It's further down the Twitter chain, but I gotta make sure it's off screen because these people doxed her. Here we go. The 30-second clip from his Instagram, which we might have to check out. I'm not sure. Can you get into Instagram from
I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids.
PC? I don't know. Anyway, let's check this out.
I was walking down the block when she... Man, did you see how fast she backed up?
And then, cause
she didn't even...
I have it on Instagram.
What the hell? I was walking down the block.
She literally ran up on me, and I stopped my car. She was like... And I was like, what the hell? And she backed
around the corner and almost hit you.
I did see the crack a
I don't know
trailer,
this lady
by the
from
way.
Adam.
Or the promotional material for it.
Yeah. You saw it. I'm gonna walk away.
It makes my blood boil,
To
chat.
live is to risk it all.
But we should all move
Otherwise,
into the city
you
together. It'll be
chunk of
great.
randomly
It'll be
assembled
great.
Molecules drifting wherever the universe blows you.
And they always fuck up the jokes. You know, she's a Karen. She's a Karen. Well, what was her Karen behavior? Seems to me that you're just a fucking asshole. I don't know, man. Archive when the Davy Croco collab. We will probably do that either Wednesday or Thursday. Here's a link to the channel. I think we're at like 300 subs on that, but I'll upload the intros I made and whatnot. I'll show those off here in a little bit. There's a that could be a good way to lighten things up a little bit. In fact,
We must secure the existence of our people.
as much as I
white
have
children.
enjoyed going back to work, right now is the time that I have the drive to talk about shit because it's kind of how I relax. It's a weird thing. I don't really enjoy watching stuff anymore. I like making stuff, even if it's just like this live stream, you know. I thoroughly enjoy producing content as opposed to watching it and consuming it. Where are we at? Let's see. Okay. I remember what I was doing. Switch over. Oh, and by the way, we will get into a little bit more Lauren Southern, Paul Joseph Watson drama. She had released, Lauren Southern, a Medium article, and of course she mentions the Paul Joseph Watson bit in it. So we'll go over her response on it. We gotta chat. We gotta take a look. Okay, so I think I play the In Memory of Uncle Ben at the beginning. Okay, so I'll play both of these. There's 3 of them, but I think I already played the, No, I didn't play In Memory of Uncle Ben. What am I doing? Chat, I didn't even show my fucking respects. What kind of guy am I? Switch over to the overlay. Weird how that... We have gathered here today to pay tribute to a great man. This past week, lynching mobs on social media took both Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben out back and knelt on their neck. Millions across the world are in tears as a great man has had his legacy stolen and he has been erased from history. Uncle Ben, the man who taught me how to cook rice, taught me that with great power comes great responsibility, was desecrated by those who pretend to speak on his behalf. This is not the future that a great hero like Uncle Ben or a great woman like Aunt Jemima would have wanted. They simply wanted Americans to enjoy good food at a reasonable rate. But that wasn't enough to stop the mad masses from digging up the man's metaphorical grave. Although we might find ourselves in despair, lost and afraid, we must remember the great things that Uncle Ben taught us. From this day to the ending of the world, be we in it, shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother, be he never so vile. They say that heroes never die, but legends live forever. The memory of this great man will live in our hearts, in our minds, and within our souls. Rest in peace, Uncle Ben. Rest in peace. It's another black man destroyed by colonialism. What a shame. What a shame. Also in memory of. So, you know, Uncle Ben, great guy, but have you guys heard of William S. Sessions? The former FBI director that tragically passed away earlier this week at the age of 90. Go ahead and play this.
There are some graves I will piss on. I'll just live longer.
Is that the revenge?
Yeah.
Let us all gather around and put some peas in chat. Some peas in chat to show our appreciation, our respect to former FBI Director William S. Sessions, responsible for the deaths of more than I can count. Which, okay, maybe I can count that high, but that's not the point. That's neither here nor there.
How dare
We're not
you.
going to talk about the merits of the Californian public education system right now. But lots of peas in chat. Looks like a lot of piss, folks. A lot of piss on this guy's grave. You fucking monster. Eat shit. I hope hot is... as I saw in chat, I hope hell is hot. I hope they're giving you everything you deserve, you absolute piece of trash. Fuck you. I will literally find your grave to piss on it one day. You vile human being. You fucking sell out the American values you supposedly hold dear. You killed Americans that you were supposed to protect because you needed to save the children. Save the children so we can run them over with fucking tanks. You monster. You fucking vile creature. I really hope hell exists just so you can get your just desserts, you fucking piece of trash. Eat shit. FBI, former FBI director, former living FBI director William S. Sessions, you can fucking eat shit. I'm also, as Bill Hicks would say, I'm also available for children's parties, by the way. And then I had this one here. Lots of piss. The people's piss all over that man's fucking grave. Alright. I got something else for you, chat. This is our, for the Midnight Crockpot, there will be a conspiracy segment. Conspiracy analysis segment. So I went ahead and threw this together. Yeah, there we are. Someone said it's going to be like Midnight Show X, huh? Not exactly, but more like Conspiracy Corner. So back in the day, right, when the show only went like 2 days a week, and it was more put together. Each episode had a conspiracy segment that would usually lead to a discussion about Pizzagate. I think that's where that meme comes from. What the fuck was that compression? This is up on what is it? Streamable. Because I make a lot of these short videos, and I don't want to just spam them out on YouTube, so I try to dial back a little bit. I know a lot of other people, your memologies, your commentary channels, man, and I use memology as an example because it's just the lowest fucking effort you can possibly add into something, and he's pretty decent about gathering his facts. Like, you can see him on like Twitter researching for stuff, but the production of the content is so laughably minimal that it comes off as a viewer like he's just trying to farm ads. That does not excuse the shitty audio. Oh, so if you want to know what happened, I took a remix of the original, not the original, I took a remix of a cover, and then I remixed it again, changed the pitch and the speed, and you know how it goes. Anyway, chat. Chemology. You see, all of those guys, right? And this is no disrespect to any one particular person, but all of those guys who just their bread and butter is whatever that sphere of the internet's talking about. Oh my god, what's the quartering doing? Okay, oh, Keem? Ethan Klein? We're still talking about that like a week, 2 weeks later? And like, I will say that at the beginning of this stream, I was seeing the shit that he was putting out too, and going like, God, what a snake! Like, what a slimy prick. But yeah, I agree. That stuff is so boring to me. Most of it is. No, I have a fascination, chat. Like, I can't. It's like somebody. It's like somebody who watches like WWE or wrestling, right? It's you don't. What's the way of phrasing this? Like, your appreciation of the entertainment brought forth from figures isn't personal, right? Like, I love following all of the stuff Ralph is doing because it makes me laugh. There's always something. You never know what you're gonna get on the kill stream, right? But it's not genuine dislike. Like, you don't hate Roman Reigns personally, but you kind of love hating Roman Reigns, the wrestler. It's not personal. You just like, oh, this fucking guy. I can't get enough of like poking fun at Roman Reigns. So yeah, when it comes to personalities I've known or that have a very particular or a particularly interesting angle to their story arc or whatever you want, then it might be different. But like seeing these multi-millionaires throw shit at each other and try to get each other canceled is just really, really fucking shitty. And I just have no respect for either of them, but I have somehow even less respect for Ethan Klein as days go on. I just can't imagine covering it as often as a lot of these other channels do. Like, you can't really care that much, do you? I mean, even the riots, they're burning down the country that my family had died to put together, and your family died to put together. And even after a week or 8 days of that, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm bored with this. You know, so the idea that somebody would be watching that shit, like, you know, the e-drama of that long kind of blows my mind. But then again, that's coming from the guy who I've got all these fucking soundboards of fallen internet personalities. I don't even know, chat. I don't know anymore. But this does give me an opportunity to use this GIF again, and you can't stop me. You can't stop me. They say it's better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. How about neither, sir? I just wanted to play that GIF that I can never really use in any situation, but it's always a banger when I can. Alright, see guys? That was a nice little palate cleanser. Got a nice smile on my face. Spirits are up. Feeling good. How about we watch more videos from this piece of shit so we can feel awful again? How about that, chat? Colored Conservatives got an interview with Raz. Hell yeah. Is Ghost still on? Dude, Ghost, just make another YouTube channel, man. I'm not going to fucking D-Live to watch fucking Ghost. I love Ghost. I'm not going to D-Live to watch Ghost Politics. Not happening. Let's watch something else. That might be... You see, that's the thing. I want to. But as the topic of this live stream, I feel like we gotta dig a little bit. Apparently... Okay, so yeah, the woman in question apparently followed him first. But, you know, it doesn't really make sense. Like, does that mean he, like, pulled over and then started following? I don't know. Oh, speaking of, I see some people saying cans not wave. Oh, no. It's exclamation point cans. That's how you do it. See? Listen to it. Listen to him. D-Live is awful. I do not like D-Live. I don't like any website, and Twitch is guilty of the same thing, where you go to the main page and it starts playing somebody's channel at you. You know, to inflate the fucking viewer count. They do a lot of shit like that. A lot of these websites do that. And I really dislike it. Anyway, let's see what we got. Ah, poor Uncle Ben. He deserved better. He deserved better.
How dare you!
This guy's a fucking nut. Like, he's still going on like this is a victory lap. Here, I'll give you guys a for instance here. Karen ruined my workday, so I just to show the world she unstable. There's a lot she said today, but this one, total the cake. I have a black husband, and it's had. So, she married one of y'all, and it just wasn't good enough. You know, she didn't use enough spit to shine your fucking shoes. Didn't bend the knee in the way you wanted her to. Bunch of entitled pricks. When you read through, like, stories where there's some, like, prince or some pretentious, condescending prick. They act like that. This is not the behavior of a humble protagonist. They also got Raz's rap sheet on their live stream. Well, I mean, he has his own nation now, so that doesn't matter. He gets to do whatever the fuck he wants because the police are afraid to, go and arrest him. Someone might call them racist. Well, when they say you'll pay the toll, I don't think this is what they meant, but I mean, same difference, right? I feel like I really need to get to know this guy. Seattle? He's in Seattle, huh? Don't say. I'll just leave this on screen chat. There you go. This is the kind of guy we're dealing with. I know he made the thumbnail of the video, but... Black Twitter be poppin'. Oh, they love this. They're so happy. And it's not because she did anything wrong. She's guilty of the wrong complexion. You see the video of the guy who stole a cell phone but didn't realize it was streaming? No, I didn't. What's happening in Chaz right now? I don't know. I stopped paying attention after a minute. It was funny for a few days. Chopping bodies at the chop? Maybe. I heard they were closing it down. She's guilty of living in Seattle. I mean, we're born where we're born. Not very easy to move, but I do see your point. That video was from Chaz. Okay. There was another murder. Somebody sent me the per capita of murder, or not murder, of violence there is 95%. It's the highest anywhere else, and it's because the population is lower, but still. Oh, no. I'm not in Seattle, Brad. I'm not in Seattle. That's not what I was implying. Sorry, I should have specified. What I was implying is that's interesting. He's in Seattle, huh? How close do you think he is to Chaz? Washington, huh? Put in the work, he says. Put the extra in the ordinary to become extraordinary. This fucking guy. More than just a viral video star. I moved to Seattle, Washington to find myself. I never knew that it would lead me to a journey that I'm on today. I am most known for my quick, sassy remarks and being real no matter what the situation. I don't care if you just cut me off in traffic. I'm ruining your life. Much love, he says at the end. Much love, Carlos. Much love. Much love, he says. Acting resume. Oh, we got a resume, do we? On his own fucking website. Let's see. Oh, that's great. Age range, 16 to 40. Yeah, I bet you really love playing the 16-year-old, don't you fucking weirdo? Oh, look at this chat. He played a fucking principal in a project called Divorce Court. Look at his skills, too. Acting techniques, 3 out of 3. Modeling, 3 out of 3. Voiceover, 2 out of 3, because he's humble. But podcasting, 3 out of 3. What does being real even mean? It just mean you know what it means, chat? Being real dumb. That's what fucking Chris Rock said. Real dumb. What a fucking piece of shit, dude. Who rates stuff out of 3? You either get 100%, a fucking D, or a 33%. He probably does. Just letting this sit here for a second, chat, because I don't really know where to go from here. What else is there to say about this guy? I'm speechless, chat, because I don't really know
to push the whopper button.
What there is left to say that isn't immediately obvious. So my first thought is, oh, this guy's operating from out of Chaz. That was where my brain was going at first. But Seattle isn't. I mean, Chaz is in Seattle, right? What psyop will be next? This year has no breaks. Isn't that the truth, man? Isn't that the truth? We've already seen the groundwork for Stay at Home Part 2. Nobody's buying it where I live, and I live in California. No one here even knows anybody that has it, or knows anybody who knows anybody that has it. And the thing I bring up all the time, because I think this is the more interesting part, the better point, is that the footage that got everyone so worked up from China, people passing out, dying in the streets, people being tossed into incinerators with body bags still moving. No videos like that in America. Despite us being a first world country, despite us being a country where even the most broke person can go find a smartphone. They're all over the place. There's probably more fucking smartphones than guns here. But we're supposed to think that nobody was able to record any of these videos besides the TikTok dances? Not one single video. Not one mass deaths. I'm sure there were a couple of like bad areas, right? But nothing even close to what we saw from China that got a lot of people really, really worried, which provoked the response that we saw that crippled our economy. Anyway. Is there any more Paul Joseph Watson simping? Unfortunately, we don't see any more from him. Yeah, that's a good place to continue on here. So, Lauren Southern had responded to Paul Joseph Watson's meltdown. There's really no other way of putting it. Bring this up here. And this one up here. Right-wing YouTuber suddenly returns claiming to have a nuanced centrist approach, having disappeared at the exact point where everyone else was fucked over and banned for the last 18 months, having thrown them under a bus by funding the very people responsible for all of that. Inauthentic. And then she just shares their exchange, which we'll take a look at here in a second. Lauren, why are you deleting comments on your YouTube video you don't seem to be able to answer? I've explained this a few times on the channel, and it's really frustrating, but every time you go to upload a video, at the very bottom of in the new studio program, it automatically has the option checked for hold comments that are harmful or some bullshit like that. You have to click that and then go to allow all comments, and then it still filters fucking comments. So if say you haven't uploaded a video in a year and a half, you wouldn't know that was there. So there are 2 filters being applied to her channel that she isn't herself using. And maybe she is deleting comments. People do that shit all the time. It wouldn't surprise me. But it would not surprise me at all if Paul Joseph Watson either A, didn't know about that, or B, doesn't really care. Because this is about morally grandstanding, about being the pure one. Everyone else is a phony, right? Paul, that's my fucking gig, okay? We've been doing it for like 3 or 4 fucking years, okay? You can't... No. Take your stupid Atlas. Take your fucking self-proclaiming Chad bullshit. Okay? You don't get to take my gig. I've been doing it before you. Asshole. No. Sorry, I forgot we're in the first grade again, so we have to devolve to calling each other bitch. Anyway, let me read. And by the way, this person that he responded to is now banned. This is now a suspended account, Schizo Monk. So anyway, someone responded to Paul Joseph Watson, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And they responded, this picture of him saying, "Why won't you fuck me, Lauren? Why did you grow that disgusting baby inside you?" And I'm just going to not read that last part because even that part I did read was pretty bad. In his epic response, "You actually believe that I, as handsome as I am, was never, quote, inside her?" Fucking classy, man. Classy. I wonder how much internet pussy is going to be thrown in this guy's direction after saying something that absolutely Chad. Look at it, Chad. This is the ideal male body. Just some good shit. And like I said, this schizo monkey maybe that's my sign right there. That's probably why he was banned. That fucking at. Too bad he didn't put white people hate there instead. And seeing more of the comments, he was saying a lot of that shit, but then he moved on. And I think a person of Zintrak's stature here would really appreciate this thing I'm going to show you real quick. But yeah, I wanted to show you suspended account. He got them fucking banned. Or somebody did. Somebody's jannying it up. There's always people jannying it up. Always trying to fucking sweep it away. But I wanted to bring up this picture that he took to own the haters. This is how he showed everybody, hey, I'm not mad on the internet at all, okay? Stop saying I'm fucking mad on the internet. I'm just here drinking at around 2 o'clock p.m. with my friend here, my male friend at the bar, alone. Not a fucking female in sight. Yeah, it looks like you're having a great time looking like a goddamn Unabomber. Joey Jojo with $2. Lauren needs to focus on her family, not e-drama. I would agree. As a person who isn't necessarily a fan of hers, and I do perceive her as a phony, when it was, hey, this person walked away to go raise a family, my first thought was, good for her. That's great. That's awesome. Good for her. Raising a kid. Yeah, and you can see his phone in his glasses. Yeah, I noticed that. Did Imagine My Shock bang Lauren Southern? He wants everyone to think so, but I'm willing. I bet you he didn't. You perceive everyone as a phony. Yeah, and I'm kind of playing it up because of the bit I just did a second ago, but I think that's a good rule of thumb to have, is not to trust anyone, especially people who are monetarily incentivized to like thrive on controversy. For me, the thing with Lauren Southern that doesn't really jive with me is her association with Rebel Media. But again, it's just a loose association. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way is all. I don't know a lot about all the other stuff, but I know that there is stuff that people really don't like about her. Yeah, and it's a little transparent. I can fix that. Hold on. I just like the filter that I applied to it because it makes it like, it mutes a lot of the colors except for the red. Kind of dig. Oh, well, I guess OBS decided, no, you don't need to look at that, bro. There we go. You're not looking at the bigger picture. We need to let this sink in. This guy. Okay, I'm going to leave the color correction, but yeah, there's a transparency. So, yeah, it is a Mike Enoch lookalike. What's up with all these Mike Enoch lookalikes? Did this guy leave his fucking Rasta hat? Damn it. Damn, I can't even do an Enoch voice. Maybe it is in the burning. But yeah, we'll check out her responses, which I'm sure she cataloged some of the more
How dare you!
Interesting ones. I didn't read through the whole article, but I skimmed through it a bit. So she gets threatened by somebody she doesn't want to name, and is very clearly Milo Yiannopoulos, who is also apparently a complete psycho. I know it sounds like I'm probably overusing that term a bit today, but I saw the messages he sent to Nick Monroe. He's a fucking weirdo. Anyway. Where are we at? Basically, it's not true. It's not true. See, and yeah, I believe this is from Milo Yiannopoulos to Cowlin. I don't know who this is. Maybe I'll be able to put a name to the face at one point, but I believe these are from Milo Yiannopoulos. So this Cowlin person says, "Hey, would you be interested in doing a quote from you for the back of the DVD for Alex's new movie? Can send you a private link to watch it." And I think it's Milo, maybe it's somebody else, but I believe it's him. They respond, "Ludicrous to make a movie like this without me in it. A joke. I'm patient zero for everything. No, also, go fuck yourself, you treacherous slime bag. Your day in the barrel is coming. I'm coming for you. You will not know when or how, but I'm coming for you. Shame. Do what you want. It's a great movie. You could have been in it." And then he responds, "I don't need press. Your little film means nothing to me, but it has zero credibility without me in it." That definitely sounds like Milo, like delusions of grandeur. And it was a funny bit for a minute, but there is a level of relatability that you have to have if you're going to be a public personality. Especially if you want to be a successful, thriving member of some fucking movement, you got to be somewhat likable. And he comes off just as this deranged dude with a substance abuse issue. He reminds me of somebody. Dare I say, he reminds me of a fella. Let's see. And this is a less interesting exchange.
And you ladies, are you
It's
aware
Callan
that
Robertson
just
is the
how
guy.
powerful
Oh,
I
okay.
am?
I know who that guy is. Okay, so the more interesting part, right? I just wanted to talk about the Milo exchange there first because it's something that could easily get forgotten about. And really, if you haven't seen the shit that Milo sent Nick Monroe, definitely look it up. I don't have it before me, and I don't want to get too derailed. I don't want to derail the show too much, but go read it. He's a fucking weirdo, man. There's no other way of putting it. Ugh. Tarkon's the bottom. I mean, he'd crush Milo. It wouldn't be a fair fight. Okay, so she goes on here. Do I have the window up? Let me make sure everything's on the up and up. It's good. We're good. Speaking of, imagine my shock that the person most quick to promote the lies about me and try to sabotage me now that I'm trying to move forward in a positive way is Paul Joseph Watson. Paul's only accusation against me, to the extent that I can discern, one from the drunken rant he posted after I made my return video, is that I retired when InfoWars was being canceled and therefore threw him, Alex, and others under the bus. Which, yeah, my pregnancy was so rude for not paying attention to the news cycle. Oh, we didn't go through his fucking epic his epic exchange. Let's take a look. These are great. To those who haven't heard these fucking text messages he sent her yet. So he asks her about the comments on her video, and he sends 5 messages in the same minute. 12:07. Can't answer? Fraud. Disappointed. So disappointed. You can't answer. So pathetic. Jesus, just allow the comments. And of course, you can't answer. So pathetic. Jesus, just allow the comments. It's not hard. Pathetic. How dare you? Fuck off. Leave me alone. All of those within a 2-minute period. And she never responded because, I mean, she probably didn't get a chance before he starts losing his mind. I showed you my dick. Answer me. And then finally, he gave it 7 minutes. But that was long enough. Thought higher of you, but after tonight, no. Just have a family life and enjoy and protect your child. Much respect. Much respect. Clearly much respect for that. But otherwise, fuck off.
dare
I love how he has fuck off followed by leave me alone right after. Look at it. Get a load of this fucking guy. Fuck off. And then leave me alone. It's Mr. Anti-Bully is Jim's Twitter. I mean, I come across this shit he posts most of the time on my own anyway. So, I mean, I do follow him. Sometimes he makes me laugh. Not so much recently, but, you know, I mean, I can't give a guy too much shit. His entire state's burned down, and that sucks. It's really simplifying it, but I can't, you know, if anyone can understand that, you know. No, Jim has never been on the show. To be fair, I've never asked. I'm not really big about asking people to be on the show. That's why, you know, Coach just comes through, asks, you know, he's in the comments, say, hey, I'm in your Discord, hit me up. Yeah, okay, fine. You know, sometimes, every once in a while, I'll go, you know, Coach, I love you. I don't feel like chatting with you right now. That happens from time to time. And I talked to Davey, of course.
How dare you?
My esteemed co-host. But besides that, there was a time where a few people called in. Like, I felt bad because I was talking to Davey, like, just in between shows.
How dare you?
And we were talking about, like, Revenge of the Sith and Mersh. And it was like, yeah, you know, those guys are alright. I rather like them. I don't watch their show, but I like the guys. I'm aware of a little bit of the back and forth that Mersh has had with, like, Porcelain and some of the Kiwi Farms users. But, you know, I'm not so much into that as some people are. I did follow it, but I'm just a casual observer. Then he was like, you know, Mersh likes you. He called into your show once. I'm like, fuck, really? I don't even remember that. I mean, it sounds vaguely familiar, but like it kind of blurs together. There were a lot of people that would call in, and you know, don't take this as any insult if you called in, but it was something we tried out on the show, and you know, you guys are really, really nice when you called in. You know, oh, dude, I love the show. It's great. And I'm like, cool. What's your take?
How dare you?
Just wanted to tell you I fucking love this, man. Thanks for doing the show. As much as I really, like, it really, that means a lot to me. Like, it warms my heart. But at the same time, you know, have you ever been at work? It's like, that's how I approach this. I'm like, I appreciate it, man, but trying to keep the show going. Like, give me a take, give me a thing, do a thing. Dance a little bit. Do a fucking thing. Shit. It reminds me of, one of the OG mod of the show, Glitch. He called in a few times, would have like a friend with him that was really good at an impression. You know, shit like that. It was fun. Sweet Aaron or Ashton? Well, Ashton was at least cute. I mean, if you're gonna be a fucking crazy chick, you gotta at least be cute. Yeah, I mean, Jenny, I kind of agree. Like, I talked about this with Coach. Like, I understand a lot's happening, and it sucks that I didn't even realize they've yeeted his Patreon until a few months ago. I think like maybe I heard, but didn't really like click. I'm like, oh fuck, he's not making money anymore. So, you know, that sucks. But his computer ate shit, and all of that's happening. From what I understand, I might be behind on gym lore. I don't even really. I turn on my computer to do the stream. I don't even play video games anymore. I play my guitar and clean my house and like work on. I'm a fucking boomer now. It just happens overnight, chat. One day you're playing Final Fantasy VI, Brave New World, and you kick Kefka's ass again. Again, I kicked this guy's ass, chat. You come at the king, you best not fucking miss Kefka. And you missed 5 times. 5 times. I'm not going to do the whole DDP thing. But, and then I just woke up and like, you know, I'm not even going to turn on my TV. I come home from work, I don't even turn on my TV, don't even turn on YouTube. The only time I even bother to come to my computer is if I'm working on a video or streaming. But it's, if you are adamant enough, you can stream under very dire circumstances. My show, this show, has been broadcast under dire straits many a time, and it was never even about, you know, trying to gather money either. It was a little bit to let you know I was all right, but a little bit to I don't know, relish in survival a little bit. Don't lie, you love playing Last of Us 2. I didn't even like the first one, man. I was hoping that game was going to get canceled, to be honest. Yeah, that's right. Abby, classy Abby, my waifu. Oh, she can sing. She can sing to me her great tales of taking over the world, and I. No, my new waifu is Miss Hitler, that is currently doing 15 years in Britain for being a part of a 6-man terrorist cell. we can't go after the rape gangs. We can't. But these 6 ethno-nationalists, we have to take care of them. We gotta take care of them. Wait, what? You guys haven't heard? You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Ah, man. I want to bring up, yeah, she looks just like Hitler. No joke. You look at her and go, oh, wow. She looks like she could be his fucking, granddaughter or great-granddaughter. Six people arrested for defending a Churchill statue. In a bad way? No, she's legit cute, I think. I know some people were saying, oh, no, it's all makeup. And they showed her without the makeup, and, I was like, no, she looks better without the makeup. She's cute as hell. She's got that, wifey energy, Something about her just says, I'll make sure the kids get to school on time. That's the sort of consistency I respect. Oh man, I can't even remember what her name is. I am coming. It's kind of buried in my Twitter feed. I don't necessarily feel like going through it because I wanted to, before we wrap up. I mean, not saying we're wrapping up now, but here, this one right here. This was the Paul Joseph Watson I wanted to get to. Inauthentic fucking pussy bitch. I love how she edited out the handle as if everyone doesn't know Paul Joseph Watson is at Prison Planet. So she goes on about a bunch of shit we don't care about, to be quite honest. She doesn't really say anything of significance. I know we were gonna check out her response, but it's a little long. Okay, yeah, E-drama sucks. 4 more paragraphs about how E-drama sucks.
How dare you!
Cult-like dynamics. Yeah. I don't even say, I'm not even saying I disagree with her, but drop the juice, Lauren. The juice. I want to see the text this guy sent. I want to see him tell you to fall back, baby, so he can catch you. It's his time right now, Lauren. You gotta do it for the people. The people want it.
No Jews. No Jews. Forget Jews. No Jew. Forget Jews. No Swidgen. No San Francisco cocksucker. No Jew.
Speaking of Yosef, I don't think you mean Stalin, but you guys, this is old internet shit, but there is a comic book of Hitler and Stalin with superpowers fighting each other. I think it's Soviet propaganda. It's pretty funny. I remember that. She'll drop his dick pics in a few more days. I hope so. Not because I want to see them, but just because I want to see his reaction from them being posted. His eyes hurt, Lauren. I hope. A man can dream, can he, chat? Man can dream. So yeah, we're at an hour and a half. I can make time. Let's check out. Oh, before we get into this, chat, guess what? It's officially happening. Joe Biden's campaign agrees to 3 scheduled debates with President Trump this fall and criticizes what it calls Trump's shifting stance on how many debates in which he's willing to participate. For whatever the fuck. Orange Man bad. Biden is willing to debate, but Orange Man bad. Okay, that's shocking insight. But what I'm looking forward to, because this will be during round 2 of the lockdown. So we're all going to be stuck home. And they're not going to be on stage. They're going to be on a live stream. I could just see it now. I could see... You know what's going to happen, chat? I didn't have time to edit this, but I'll show you exactly how it's going to turn out. It'll be just like this, because this video in particular describes completely what we're going to see in the election cycle. Here we go.
That's not true. As a matter of fact, that's not true. That's not true. Why? You piece of shit, faggot motherfucker. That's not true. Piece of shit. Probably you motherfucking liar. Cocksucking.
What are we defending?
You fucking take it, motherfucker.
You're not even. You just said. Listen, I'll talk calmly for you.
That, you know, that's internet blood sports. If to those of you who are unfamiliar with the subgenre, that's internet blood sports, and that's what I expect this election cycle. We will defend ourselves. Exactly. There is an implied "we will defend ourselves" in there. I should just put all of them ranting together. Find one with Tonka. Find the stay back. Just all of them, all just screaming at each other. Amazing. Please drop the link to that. Yeah, it's on Streamable. You should be able to just download it. Man, I'll probably update it, but that's the one. I made that a couple weeks ago or a month ago or fucking however long. It's not IBS without a dance. You're right. Should have had. You know what? I got your back, bud. Where's that? Where's that background? There it is. There we go. Now we're cooking with gravy. All right. Has the man cancels woman who cut him off bit happen? Yeah, that was the first like hour and a half. 60 minutes. No, the first 20 minutes is me hanging out with chat. Then it's about 40 minutes of that, and then 30 minutes of Paul Joseph Watson. World's ending. Tim Pool not making videos today. You know, why isn't he doing? I mean, I know why he isn't. Why expose yourself to unnecessary like danger when you've already built your audience? And where is he getting like protest and riot footage? That was why I originally subbed to Tim Pool. Have you ever thought about getting a video editing work? I thought about it. No joke. I was thinking of making some pitch videos, like, for local businesses and just seeing if I can sell it to them. Because I'm decent at that sort of thing. Do you like Paul Joseph Watson? No, I don't. I don't hate the guy, right? I don't really hate anybody as long as they haven't, like, harmed somebody in a very obvious way. But I find him obnoxious in a way that isn't very entertaining. But again, that's just my humble opinion. All the footage is on Subverse. Okay. You see, that would be why I haven't seen it. I'm also not subbed to Tim Pool anyway, but... Oh yeah, and just a reminder, chat. I know there's some people who are still skeptics about whether or not Paul Joseph Watson is a Chad. Well, there you have it. No, if I'm honest, right, Paul Joseph Watson was really careful about being perceived as far right, and now that it's a little bit more topical, he runs with it. And I don't know. Hey, LARP is intellectuals. Their LARP isn't very convincing. Yeah, that was his response to the soy face. He was like, it's the Chad Grimace. No, it's not, dude. Not in a 1,000 different universes that are different than this one. Okay. Take me a second. Shouldn't be too much further down. The Antifa rap on Project Veritas. That's lovely. Here we go. I got your back, chat. Here we are. Or even better. Bring up the Twitter overlay. 4 British neo-Nazis have been jailed on terrorism charge. Oh, did I see 6 people? It was only 4. It wasn't even 6. It's all makeup. Don't get too excited. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a face that says, look, these... I can only make the kids will get home on time joke once. I don't know, man. He said he was a very handsome guy. He's said it on several occasions, so you know it's true. Yeah, and now check it out. I Have a Black Husband, which is a reference to that chick, is now trending on Twitter, because people are relishing in this woman having her livelihood very likely taken from her very soon for having the audacity to I don't know, just offend this guy who's better than all of us.
I'm not. Nope. I was doing Postmating and I'm gonna drive. Bye, Karen. I'm not going outside anymore. I'm not Postmating. I'm doing everything. I'm not. Nope. I was doing Postmating and I was merging in Capitol Hill, the fucking Capitol fucking Hill, and trying to go to Dick's Dine-In for a Postmate person. And
Capitol Hill. Sounds like it might actually be close to Chaz, eh?
And I had the right of way to merge. I was in the right lane, and the two lanes had to merge. The street was ending, so I merged. And I guess that she felt like I needed to wait behind. I needed to wait for her. I'm not sure.
I just don't care.
But she literally freaked out and like swung around me.
Oh, the Karen meme has been dead for a minute, but this is them digging up its grave or its corpse from its grave and dragging it around town to try to show us, hey, we understand comedy.
In front of me and slammed on her brakes and did a brake check. I almost slammed into the back of her car, and then she sticks her fingers out of the window and starts flicking me off and saying all this fucking racial shit. Then followed me, and then if you guys saw on my I like jumped on Instagram. She followed the bitch.
Yeah, here, follow. We're gonna follow her. Yep.
Why are you following me? And then when she saw that I had my phone and I was recording her, she threw her car in reverse and then took off. So then I started to follow the bitch.
So it was wrong of her to follow you, but now it's not wrong for you to follow her. I gotcha. Rules for me, but not for thee. She probably thought you were going to try to kill her.
Karen, you're not going to sit there and flip me off. You flipped me off.
Sir.
You don't touch me. Do not touch me. Sir, you flipped me off.
Black husband.
I don't care. Why did you flip? Why did you flip me off?
You are totally calling me
Karen.
something that I'm not.
Ma'am, don't touch me. Do not touch me. Did you, ma'am, did you?
I mean, I'll admit that her freakout's pretty funny. But let's be real, this guy's username is white people hate. I think his intentions are rather clear, don't you? You probably never said anything racist. Yeah, the consensus in chat, I think it was unanimous. Besides one person that put 1.5 instead of 1, just, you know, to let us know who's in charge here. But basically, it was unanimous. No one here thinks she actually said anything racist. No one here does. Not one person said they did. All of us think he's a just like that. The new Jussie Smollett, the NASCAR driver, who came across a rope in his garage. Therefore, there must be secret racists at NASCAR. You know, despite all of the fucking. They have a lot of measures in place to prevent cheating. So they have cameras all over the place, but somehow we haven't seen the footage of this fucking noose. Anyway. Guy's nothing but a professional victim. No, he's not a victim. He's He's a perpetrator. He's a fucking aggressor. He's a predator, not in the sexual sense, but he's a predator. He preys on people for his victimhood. It's evil what this type of shit. The level of pure on harassment. This is legitimate harassment, chat. Not talking shit about somebody on the internet. That's not harassment. This is, though. Following somebody home because they flipped you off and verbally confronting them outside their home, publishing their personal information because they flipped you off, cut you off in traffic. That's legitimate harassment. But you and we're not allowed to talk about anything unless the World Health Organization and YouTube and Google co-signs it, right? We're not allowed because it's harassment if we say things that aren't completely 100% avowed by all scientists in the world. And that's harassment, right? That's the umbrella. We know it's not harassment, but they designate it as harassment and bullying. But then here we have a man stalking a woman, following her home, publishing her personal data, not because it does anything useful for society, but because he has a petty vengeance against this woman who slighted him in public. This isn't considered harassment. It couldn't be any more clear to us, chat. It couldn't be any clearer what the message is here.
Get the fuck back! Get the fuck back!
If only, man. If only.
Stay back! Stay back!
It used to be called road rage. Well, now she's getting canceled. But it's a shakedown. This guy belongs in fucking jail for this. I know it sounds dramatic, chat. But this right here is fucking gross. I wonder if he would have followed her home if she lived in Detroit. I'm sure he would have followed her home and then some, if you know what I mean. Get away from my butt. That's right, get away from my buddy. Stay the fuck back. Yeah, I thought you're not the only one, by the way, Diox, and you'll see this later. A few people are a little behind in chat, but that's just the way she goes. Where is the footage from? Seattle, Washington. I theorize that it's rather close to Chaz. So. But Wild might have been a slave 400 years. Oh shit, I should totally play that off, huh? I should just do the whole thing where I'm black now. I've always wanted to just change the channel into a BG Cumby style channel. Where, like, I'm no longer now I'm liberal, random shit like that. That guy's funny. I haven't seen his shit in a while, but I remember he's a funny dude. What's new in Chazland? I haven't been paying attention. I haven't really even been on Twitter besides when I logged in and saw the Ethan Klein shit and then saw this and said, you know something, I got some fire in my belly. Let's fire up another live stream. Get Godwinson on sometime. Dude, I'd love to talk with Godwinson. The problem is, though, I'm rather careful about talking to people whose content I enjoy, right? You typically they say, never meet your heroes. I'm not going to call the guy a hero necessarily, but I enjoy his content. Typically when you start to associate with people's content you enjoy, you don't enjoy it so much as, but I was thinking a while back because I know he seems to be either back at work or maybe just doing some other stuff. Maybe he's kind of done with YouTube for a minute, but I want to do the IBS Awards. I've been teasing it for like 2 years, but I want to do a comprehensive across the whole story arc of Internet Blood Sports and go through each era and talk about the best moments, basically like a reunion show. The reason that Godwinson and like PPP, Coach would probably be game. I could probably get a few other people, but the idea was originally to allow enough time to settle, for people to not be bitter anymore, to where we could have Tonka failure for the first hour, right? And then at one point bring in Ralph, Baked Alaska, Andy, the rest of the Killstream crew, right? And each segment, they will be there for when they were really on top of their game. And it'll go over all of the good times, the bad times and all the times in between. And what I wanted to do was have a bit of a reunion show, but also a showcase of the more exceptional things that had happened. Seeing how all of these actors are currently in the state of things, I don't think any of them would be up for it. But I think Godwinson, PPP, Coach would probably be game. But I would want to have it a fun show, not just another throwaway stream. And if I had those guys on, because I do know their perspective on like making money on the internet, I'd turn ads off. I would turn the super chats off for that stream. I do respect another man's perspective enough to go, you know what, if you're going to be here, I know how you feel about this. I'll turn super chats off. We'll turn off donations. We'll just do a show for the show. It's the same reason. I don't have it automatically for once you become monetized on my archive channel, it just puts ads on everything. But I went back manually. Or maybe I didn't run ads at all. Anyway, I made a point to not run ads on the mirror I put up on of This Week in Nectar, because I remember going, nah, he doesn't make money on his show. I'm not going to make money on the show. That's the deal. I have a little bit of fucking dignity, chat. Just a little bit. Be careful you don't end up with too many cooks in the kitchen. Well, that was the idea, is that everyone will only be there for a second or a little bit. But if I were to do things in this new way I was considering, it would be more of an everybody there all at once, and then we just go through all the awards. And this includes like the Liberalist Saga, Kumite Saga. Like I have most of my graphics and awards already made. I got bored of it at some point. The Andy and Gut sex tape will be a Bitwave exclusive. See, that sex tape is the real third man. I wouldn't even rape you award. God, there's so much good shit. Like that's why I wanted to go over it, because a lot of people forget all the funny shit that had happened over a few years. It's a lot of stuff to go through. So I'd want to make sure all my ducks are in a row, because anybody else who's calling in, they're just calling in. I'm still going to be moving everything around. I'm still running the train, but maybe that's not the right fucking verbiage, but I think you know what I mean. Don't forget the speds at Backyard Blood. Oh, hell no. No, because we would have to work in the IBS Apocalypse, and then some of the stuff that happened with like Heel Turn and BYBS. Oh, why did Ralph block me? Dude, it's kind of a long story. We've talked about it a little bit on the channel, but we had a weird non-verbal falling out. What had happened was when Lord Akira got doxxed, at the time, I still was like, I don't think Ralph is such a foolish guy that he'd do something like this. Now, I absolutely do. I do think he would, and I do think he did. The reason I think he did, and this is why when I talked to Lord Akira briefly, back when I did Collins for the show, one of the things I said to him that he didn't even know was that Stream Me for Super Chats uses PayPal. When you have a transaction through PayPal, like if say one of you guys sends me a Streamlabs donation for $2, right? Or a PayPal donation, unless you have a business account that you set up, which isn't very difficult, they're free, but most people don't go through the trouble. It will send the first and last name of the account owner that sent you the donation. He didn't know this at the time. At the time, he was thinking, well, they probably found me from Instagram. I think it was a story. But no, the fact that that information came up so quick is very telling. And I well, have you, since they moved over to Stream Me, did you super chat them? And he said, yes, I did. I was almost immediately. So he had that information for a long time. Doesn't mean he did it, but it does mean that he had access to it. And seeing his behavior, especially as of late, it lines up to me. So what had happened was Plate King was on my stream, and Ralph called in, and the only thing I said to Ralph was, what the fuck was that Instagram stream? Because I feel, of all the places to start, that's the question I had to ask was, what the fuck was that, dude? What was that? And then Plate Gang, they're just spamming sound bites of him screaming at dispatch. So he's like, all right, I'm out. He just left. So he didn't block me then, but when Dark V had passed, we talked a little bit because he wanted to bring me on the stream. I politely declined. I just didn't want to have anything to do with it. I wasn't at that time against going on the kill stream, but I didn't want to just go on the kill stream for going on the kill stream to fill in a slot. I wanted it to be a little special, like a remembrance of a story arc or a special occasion, not to just go on because they needed somebody to fill in, you know? Then when there was a debate with Styx Hexenhammer and E. Michael Jones that was being hosted also on YouTube. Kitty, you don't drink coffee, you don't need my coffee cup. There was a request made by, I think, E. Michael Jones to have the live chat removed. I don't know why. I don't know E. Michael Jones. I don't really care. But that was the request made by one of the participants in the debate. Now, Noodle. Stop it. No. I know you know what that means. So, there was a disagreement between people in the comment section and Full Blast Forever, the restreamer, current restreamer, not current, the person who was restreaming it at the time. Noodle. Do not understand English? Do I need to speak in, like, French? So, she keeps interrupting me, man. I'm sorry. And the chat they were in the comment section saying stuff like, you have no obligation to kowtow to Ralph on this. You don't have to listen to him. This is a bad look, basically, bending the knee to him. And Ralph, on Punished Ralph, without a space, by the way, chat, there's no space, it's Punished Ralph, one word, Punished Ralph, with an X on the avatar. This might be important information in a few minutes. So, he said to this person, because he's real famous for going into comment sections and just fucking yelling at people. He'll take it down or I'll have it taken down. You don't understand how copyright works, do you? So, him blatantly admitting from his account that he will have it flagged down, right? That, for me, like, I saw it myself with my own two fucking eyes. And so, he goes and tells everybody that I'm spreading lies about him flagging people, even though that's literally what he just said in his own fucking words. I looked at chat and said, chat, like, am I wrong? Is that not exactly what he just said? And they said, no, Wild, you are correct, sir. So the story doesn't stop there, because these allegations about him being a flagger have been around for a while. Because people have suspected things, you know, all of the... Just like with the Mundane Matt thing, right? They didn't know for sure, but they knew, right? Because it was always those types of videos that got taken down. And then when, you know why Mundane Matt showed his report history? Because he didn't flag the kills for me. He thought that would matter. He did flag Dame Pesos, though, and a few other people, right? But but they were wrong. That's, at the end of the day, they were wrong because I don't even need to know the proof. I know he did it. Well, guess what? He didn't flag the kill stream, right? They moved the fucking goalposts at their convenience, right? But now that the tables are shifted just a little bit, came across some screenshots, chat. Maybe you might appreciate this. Might take me a second. Maybe I should just send it to myself. I still think Matt did it. He might have. He's not above it, right? He obviously was willing to do it that one time, so... the thing is I really think that Gamergate gave these guys, like, a weird fraternal attitude. So everyone who is involved at all in Gamergate, they have a sort of, like, camaraderie, right? I don't think he did flag the kill stream, because I think Mundane Matt was hoping eventually, you know, he'd bury the hatchet with Ralph. He could be maybe a rotating host, take over for Bibble. Who knows? Okay. Might take me a second. Oh man, you remember? Do you guys remember all of those people, right? Like you had your Dame Pesos and Dix Capo Riley. You had, I think even Gator was saying this, that Punished Ralph account was a fake. There's more Kraut gay ops. Right? Well, let me share something with you, chat, that will dispel that rumor once and fucking for all. You guys want proof? I was told that people didn't have proof, and therefore, these are lies, slander, right? Well, I'm going to share something with you, chat, that will make it pretty cut and dry. Good. That was the Uncle Ben video. Just take me a second, because I have to send all of these to myself on Twitter. And yes, I should find a better way of doing this. But what can... Just a few more, maybe another minute, chat. I should be done. Okay. No, we gotta add that one too, because isn't it weird lately how I've been so desperate for fucking people on the show that they have Chaggot, Baked Alaska, and Chlorine as unironic honored guests. If that doesn't speak to him, I don't know what will. But let me get this going here. Image, a new tab. So a while back, there was a streamer called Phantom Organization. I think he has like 600 subs. It's weird. He always shows up in the comment section of these really small channels and just fucking yells and just gets all sorts of mad. So on his channel, and now if you were to go to the video, which has been reinstated, it's back up. If you go into the live chat, these Punished Ralph chats are gone. They're not there anymore because you can go back and delete your chats. But because he had chat activated on screen like we have here, you can still see it. So if you go Imgur right here, let me get that up real quick. Imgur Flash. Then M08 FF90. Hold on just a second. Just a second here, Dad. Hater, get the soundboard. But remember, screenshots can be faked. Well, that's exactly why I'm bringing this up. So, I don't know the proper link extension. Is it maybe... Let's try to put a capital O instead. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be... Maybe that's why it's not coming. I've seen it myself. I clicked on it early. When do you get entertaining? That's a good... hey, Coach. Welcome back, man. I'm gonna have to find this on. I have the images brought up, but I just want to have the archive so I can show you. do a sleep stream just for Coach. You guys remember when Warsky and Failure were doing their sleep stream and motherfuckers were just spamming them with loud ass noises? Now keep in mind though that before that this particular count came out, and here I was thinking, oh, I know how Imgur works. Okay, so the link, I don't have it up. Bring it up another time, but I have everything else. So it's a screenshot that this link, if you take the Imgur link and you add the M08 capital F lowercase f 9 lowercase o, I don't know the proper like links for Imgur. I don't use Imgur, but I've seen the image that link links to because I've clicked on it, and it links to a screenshot of thanks for reporting this for bullying and harassment, and it was Phantom Organization's video. So the reason I brought this up is if you zoom in, can't really see it very closely, but there is a red X there. Okay? The reason that's important is because you can then, from there, find out that it is this account right here, 215 subs. I found it from the archive link, meaning that this is the account. 215. Oh, that's why it was all super zoom. Joined November 15th, 2018. Playlist intro. This person on the farm said this. Somebody sent it to me, and I think it points it out. Went to Punish Ralph YouTube account and noticed it was created November 8, 2018, right after the Heal stream. Last image shows the playlist used for intros. It's 100% him. Dame trying to guard for him at this point is beyond pathetic, especially when you consider how often they still to this day bring up Mundane Matt or use him crying as an overlay to this day. But Dame, you might be more of a loser than Ethan fucking Ralph. He's a mentally handicapped, alcoholic, pill-popping, potential pedophile. What's your excuse? Ouch. But here he is in the comment section of T-Clip's latest video. Now, to give you a little extra context on why this is even funnier, she had unlisted the clip, and this is from a while ago. And then she decided, oh, I'll make it public. She didn't realize that it would make it a public video as if it just came out, right? So, yikes. But I noticed Punished Ralph was in the comments here. I just realized you guys couldn't see what I was talking about before. Okay, so here's that, going November 15th. There are the intros. Here he is. Lamau, Queen of the Stalkers, because she messaged somebody when they were on Twitter at one point. You know, she saw that they had just tweeted, so she DM'd them. She's a stalker because of that. Great banter. And then, what does that have to do with anything, stalker? Really? You're gonna love where this leads to. Ralph, you're acting like fucking Tonka. And then him saying, wrong, also the show just came off one of the greatest weeks we've ever had. Sit down, complete failure. Hold on, chat, let me bring this up again. It's important that I remind you what the greatest week in Killstream history looks like. Does it include the only good person on their show? It instead includes Chlorine. Greatest week in Killstream history. Greatest week. Killing it, dude. You're absolutely fucking killing it. And by the way, it was like a 3-second clip of him saying, what am I doing not playing it? I wasn't planning. I know it's funny that I had these images, but I wasn't necessarily going to talk about this. But since somebody asked, why does Ralph have you blocked? So after I had reacted, by the way, I forgot I didn't finish to explain that part. After I reacted on live stream, that somebody said, hey, here's Ralph being a flaggot, and they sent that to me, and I was like, holy fuck, all you had to do was read the super chats. What the fuck are you doing? And his response was I was spreading misinformation, and he blocked me, and then bragged about it, and that's fine. A lot of people block me that I don't even talk to or interact with, which, Nick Fuentes, for instance. I just said, yep, Nick's a fan of the man, with a gif of DSP. I don't follow him, he doesn't follow me, so there's no way he would have seen it. It had like 3 likes, but he still is sitting there in his slime bed, fucking stirring. It's not a slime bed. He has a NASCAR or a fucking race car bed, I'm sure. But it's like 2 a.m. Or fuck, it's later than that. It's during the midnight show, so it's like 4 a.m. where he's at. Fucking shaking in bed, can't figure out why he can't get back to sleep, and he realizes, man, there's somebody talking shit about me on the internet. The reason I brought this up, though, is people foreboding, but in response to this, right, and this gives a little bit more credence to the idea that that is, in fact, his account. After the video went public, this is just less than an hour afterwards. Well, okay, have it your way. I wanted to fire up the old blog machine anyway, you big bitch. It's always good fun to SEO somebody's name for eternity. Now, this is basically cancel. This, he wants to get her canceled. Wants to make it so she can't get a job anymore because he made fun of because she didn't clip him good enough. She didn't sweep it up. She's a decent lady, Ralph. She's a nice chick. She's lucky to finally have a good reason to never talk to you again. This is the type of guy he is, by the way. You slight him, he tries to think of ways he can ruin your life. Make it so you can't get a job. Why are all these people who do gay ops bad again? Explain that to me. Explain how Kraut is really, really evil, but this isn't. Explain to me how this isn't the exact same thing that he did to Rage After Storm. Basically. Because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to prevent her from ever getting employment. IBS is cancel culture cubed. That... If I had a button for an airhorn.wave, it would have been right there. But it's the intention, right? Because no one's gonna read his blog. The only time people go to read his blog is when something like bad happens to him. But remember, they used to say the clip channels were great. They helped the channel grow to more audiences and blah blah blah. But now that they're not clipping the way they want, Say No to Gino, his channel needs to get flagged into oblivion by Andy Worski. Now, Ethan Ralph is going to use a blog that he never even uses just so he can punish somebody that didn't clip the way he wanted them to.
God damn,
is that, again, in reference to T-Clips. And again, that was the other thing. She's made enough money off of me. Ralph, how fucking marketable do you think you are, man? Really? How fucking marketable do you think you are? You think all these people have made money off of you? A lot of people lost money because of you. And matter of fact, people probably lost opportunity to make money in the future because of you. You don't bring people money. Are you kidding? You're a fucking black hole. So I saw this earlier and I go, yeah, that's definitely him. What are the chances that a fake Ralph account, the same fake Ralph account that flagged Phantom Organization, because he's that arrogant about it, by the way. Because Jim's gonna fucking sweep it up for him. Jim's gonna go, well, we don't have proof. Well, what about Mundane Matt when you guys had irrefutable proof? You didn't even need to see the evidence. You knew, and then you were fucking wrong, and you didn't even admit to it because you had a stuttering fucking Mundane Matt with somebody he looks up to like a hero, calling him a phony, and they all laughed about it, and yeah, it was funny to watch. But now that the tables have shifted just a little bit, he's such an arrogant guy that he posts this link, which leads to a screenshot showing that he reported the stream for harassment and bullying. Keep in mind, there was like 50 people in this stream, and Phantom I think it was like 50 to 100. Phantom Organization is a small channel, like 300 people. He did the same thing to PPP. So I remember seeing, and I remember it was the moment where I went, wow, you guys really are gunting or gunt guarding like it's your calling in life. When I saw the capos, the one that stuck with me was Dame, because you'd think he would have laughed about this. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so funny. Immediately, no humor in his voice. This is gay ops. It's so easy to fake an account. That can't be him. With the X over his name, and it's spelled exactly the same way. And there are fake accounts out there, by the way. But there aren't fake accounts with the exact amount of subscribers created on, what is that, right after the fucking heel stream when everything got deleted? And that account also has the intro playlist. Still not enough. Well, it turns out that if you click on Punished Ralph, guess what you get, chat? That's the account you get. Go to T-Clip's video, go into the comments section and click on Punished Ralph. This is the account you will get to. So, if Ralph admits that he was the one that operates this account, on the one in the T-Clip's comment section, which I think is a fair assessment to make, considering that he was, threatening to make this bitch famous. I'm going to make it so she can't get a job anywhere. It's a news website. I saw somebody in chat say. He really does think that he's fucking Soprano. No, you're not. You're not Dean Martin. You're Nick Nolte. Hey, drummer. How you doing, man? Oh. So, yeah. Considering that he just afterwards sent this out, it's not a far cry at all to say that this was him. So if we can prove that this was him, this is the same account that is right here. That's the same account. I checked it myself. I know I don't have all the screenshots with me, but I did the legwork, the research. I did the enhance and hack it. I got it all. I fucking checked it out for myself. So that's the same account, chat. It's confirmed to me. I know I can't convince everybody. I can't convince, but I was confirmed it for myself. That is actual Punished Ralph, and unless one of his capos flagged the channel, which would be just as fucking bad, maybe worse, unless they got the screenshot from somewhere else of that live stream that they were currently watching getting flagged, and then uploaded it to Imgur. Like, it has to be him. There's no other explanation. And remember, the simplest solution is usually the best. So. Anyway, somebody asked, why did Ralph block you? Because I called him out, just like they would have called out Mundane Matt or anybody else. And I know you're supposed to have, be kind of friendly with your friends. But if something is so awful to do that you're willing to try to get a guy fired from his job a year or 2 years after the fact. Do you remember when Ralph was tweeting out to Uber Eats trying to get Mundane Matt fired, right? Because doing the flagging was so awful. But here he is doing the same exact thing. You couldn't pay me to go on the kill stream, dude.
That's not true.
I sat through a few minutes of it the other day. It's awful, okay? What, do I want to talk to Baked Alaska? Or Andy fucking Worski? No, there's nothing I gotta say to the guy. Or maybe I'll get the Jesse treatment, show up and I say, hey, what's up, guys? And they're, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? Like a bunch of gaggling hens. It's pathetic. Pathetic. And no, I have no interest on going on the show and calling them out when we have this. If you remove all of the techniques of inflation, there's probably the same fucking audience here right now. Put the guitar down. Sorry, guys. I guess I'm good. We've reached that point. Well, man, and yeah, it was Donga, and they have a few other punching bags, but they like ritualistically trot them out, and it just feels so forced. Like, you guys remember Bunty King? How about Monday Matt? Oh, we're gonna have legendary Dame Pesos on the show. legendary John. Look, he can be funny sometimes. I think he does good compilations. But, come on. Come on. What an unexpected segue. I should change my name to Wildfire, really, though. Did Andy make any more cringeworthy videos? No, I just heard about the one that he had copyright struck. He took down 3 videos from Say No to Gino. Literally baked Alaska tier. Go. I forgot why people like Dame and his laugh. I find his laugh kind of annoying. That's why I put it on the soundboard. Just to grate your own ears, especially since I don't hear it on my end. No, his appearance where he came in with the soundboard was funny. With the Gator soundboard. Like, that was a funny bit. They're capable of being funny from time to time, and I would like to see them succeed. Brothers, there is a way that we walk out of this with our heads held high, all of us standing side by side as fucking winners. There is a way. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but it is a possibility. Oh, dude, yeah, the Veritas Facebook Insider video. I haven't watched it. I saw it in my feed. She's got a worse voice, Dame or V? Dame. I don't mind V's voice all that much. It did at first, but I got used to it. At first, I fucking hated his voice. Anyway. That was a long, unexpected segue. So, to those that found that bit interesting, thank the person that asked me, why did Ralph block you? Well, sir, why don't you fix yourself up a drink and take a seat? I'm about to tell you a story. How's life where I've been at? I'm not gonna lie, it's been rough, but it's good. You know what I mean? In a good way. I've been working really fucking hard at a new job. That is a good job. I'm really... This sounds weird, chat, and it might make me sound like egotistical, but I had... Maybe not maybe not narcissistic. Arrogant. Arrogant's the right word. I did a thing for long enough that I knew exactly what my job was. I could do it on my own. I didn't need management. Like, I knew how to do everything in that department. I was fucking king of that place. I'm now in a place where I am possibly the weakest link. I'm watching everyone else who is really good at what they do. And, like, there were several times at my new place where I just sat back and watched everybody, and it, like, took it in, like, how intricate the system is, and, like, how many people rely on each other. It's just been really... I see things so much different now. Maybe not so much different, but... Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's new. I like to learn. So when I'm in a situation to where I can grow and evolve, I feel better. Skilled labor? Cali doesn't have that. Oh, hell no, man. We'll be just fine. Thanks, Linda. No, I'll be alright. People have been very helpful. I have all of my... Everything that's bad that has happened so far was all my fault. So that's a good start. It was a rocky start, but if I can make it work there, I will be very, very happy there. So. Yeah, it is. That's how people like me roll. I'm a fucking career food worker. And that's alright. I mean, wouldn't you rather have somebody who has years of experience dealing with food, dealing with your food? An esoteric worker. See, there you go. Anyway. So yeah, I have 1 day left at the old job, and I should start out at the new place. as I'm trying to conclude. It's a cool place to work, decent money. I know you're happy you're late. Get off all the counters. No, because they can fuck with your food without you noticing. I guess fair point, but if somebody wants to fuck with your food, they're gonna fuck with your food, man. Were you a diversity hire? No, I am one of the few white people there. Move on up, bro. No, it's good. Different cup of tea, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I did switch to part-time, but I'll be making more money. Now, funny story. I got the bill in the mail for my medical insurance for they kept it going for a minute. And after getting that, I decided, I don't need health insurance. I'm good. Yeah, well, just make me just make me part-time. I'll work 4 days a week. I can make more fucking videos and shit. Oh no, I am maybe American white is the best way of putting it, but I've never been described as a person of color. Except like on stream for like jokes or rolling with a meme because I might have gotten drunk once and thought I was failing to communicate something when in reality people just fucking with me in chat. You gotta run once. He ticks the Hispanic box. I live in California, bro. No, ethnically I'm white. Unless you count a little bit of Native American, and it's a little bit of Native American, not enough to count, not enough to, like if a Native American person meets me or I talk to them, I'm white. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me all that much. I would prefer that I knew a little bit more, like the specifics, so I could figure out which health things I have to worry about, like different genes that are more predisposed towards like heart conditions, diabetes, that type of stuff. But other than that, I just don't give a shit. 1/16th Cherokee, dude, it's bizarrely close to being true. On 16th Cherokee, he says. You guys are getting there. You could probably get it with a few more guesses. A quarter Hispanic. I'm an eighth Native American. Not a quarter. Drummer's Chinese. I knew it. I always knew it. I don't somehow. Is that an Israeli white? Dude, I should just claim being a Jew. That's what I've been jokingly saying the alt-right needs to do, is just to say that they're all Jews now, and that all of the it'd be like a reflect in Final Fantasy. You want to turn their own weapons against them. Like, no, you're white, remember? No, I'm not. I'm a mixed race mudblood over here, 56%er. I'm a person of color. Wink. I'm actually Jewish. Wink. Anyway. Nice. Well, guys, I'm going to alcoholism and gambling addiction in your future. Oof. An Octo Indian. I think that sounds really good. 8th, right? Yeah. 8th. You know it, buddy. All right, well, that's a good place to call it. I've been noticing it kind of slowing down for a minute. It's the credit sequence. Second. Am I part of the Donga tribe? No, I'm not. Well, first of all, I'm not officially recognized as a tribal member. I don't have a roll call number. And second, I don't believe we're in the same tribe. Or have heritage in the same tribe. Although, can you imagine, right? Like, kind of crazy bastard it would take to just go to all the tribes across America and convince them to make a collective of some sort. Cut that engine hair. Yeah, I got the eyebrow ridges. I got that like Cro-Magnon fucking eyebrows. Like I look really British in the face, but got like the brow ridge of a Native American. And cheekbones. Wasn't Donga actually Puerto Rican or some other Hispanic ethnicity? I think I remember hearing that. Yeah. Yeah, Caraman. Yeah, I'm not border, so I wouldn't even be able to get in. I don't know what Donga's tribe is, but I know what I've been told my heritage comes from, and I'm pretty sure that's not the same one. He doesn't look like, I don't see any of the same facial, whatever you want to call it. I forget the word. It looks like good. Saved. Okay. Roll credits. There we go. And this is normally the part in the show. I got hiccups. Where I drop links. So this is a channel with Davey. I mean, I will probably upload to it basically whenever the hell we feel like it, when we have time, because we both work a lot. So we'll probably do a show later this week. I might upload some of the smaller like videos that I'm going to use for it to it. Oh yeah, I should have shown this before, because this is what I wanted to bring real quick. I will have to add this to the soundboard.
I'm man enough to suck a dick.
It was too low.
I'm man enough to suck a dick.
The reason I played that, the reason I even brought this up at all, is because it was the ending part of what we were talking about. Oh, if only I can get the stupid credit sequence. Stop. I don't know what folder it's in. Woe is me, Chad. Woe is me. Okay, there we go.
How dare you!
I was thinking that the show, we could even name it something that's a play on the fact that we've a cook and a waiter. I don't know exactly what you would do with it, but... So yeah, this is the reason I had this pulled up, and I realized I didn't follow through. So in the T-Clips video... Bring this screen here. And boom, same account.
Damn, eat a fucking call you a new rabbit.
So, as I said before, maybe don't have all the receipts with me right now, but it's enough for me. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Take care. I finally have my weekend, so I have a video that I'm going to be putting up probably in the next hour or so. I'll have that on the channel. It's Midnight News 4. Talking about
we must secure the existence of our people
NASCAR's own Jussie Smollett, and it has the Uncle Ben eulogy in there as well. So keep an eye open for that, and I'll also again drop the link. Crockpot, archive channel, and the Discord, and might as well drop the Bitchute. So down forward punch, no. Down forward punch. Are we keeping this going now? God damn it. I have to stick around for this. I'm going to pour myself a glass of, probably like half a glass of Coca-Cola. Down forward punch says, did you hear about Ralph's 17-year-old girlfriend? Dude, you're going to have to fucking... I can't read that in chat and wrap up the stream without going, whoa. Stop the car. What? Let me go listen. Just treating my cat a little bit. I figure if I give her, well, I give her wet food right around now every night, but anyway. Oh, it's on Zoom's channel. It was exposed that Ralph was dating a 17-year-old behind the.
And you ladies, are you aware of that? Just how powerful
So I'm gonna have to look into that. I can't co-sign that one, chat. I don't know. I really don't know. If it's Zoom, yeah, cool. I'll have to approach with caution. Okay, so I missed that. I haven't seen that one either. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, before Aid. Still to this day, there's a Brooder film of Zoom watching the Trash Burger footage is fucking good shit. You didn't watch the Jannies get doxxed? I didn't even realize it happened. I mean, like, I heard of it offhand, but I wasn't sure that it was interesting enough to actually look at. You know, somebody can get doxxed and there could still be nothing interesting there. Yeah, Coffee, I'm with you on that. It seems like it would be the same thing I said about Laura Keir all those months, that year and all those months ago. Is that, man, that's, I don't know about that. That you would have to be really stupid, and I don't think he's that stupid. But I've made that argument before and looked pretty dumb. Yeah, that's okay, so I'll have to look into that, chat. Thanks for letting me know about it. I'll take a look. But yeah. Dude, you are 26,000 points away from 1,000,000. So to those of you who don't know, Mark in chat, Mark Hansen, asked me about a week ago, maybe a week and a half. Excuse me. He asked me way longer than that, and it took me a minute to remember. But anyway, a week and a half ago, I reset his points because he wanted to see how quick he could get to 1,000,000. He's at 974,095 points already. So, well done, man. Points are rigged, man. Everything, it's always rigged. The computer always cheats. There is more in his Kiwi thread about the 17-year-old, so I'll have to catch up. I fell behind on like all of that, like most of the lore. I got caught up in the conspiracy, and you know, schizo posting became a part of my life for a minute. Anyway, always a pleasure, chat. Take care. I'll see some of you later. Video will be up in, I don't know, an hour or so. But yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Or fucking good night. Have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. How about that? See you guys later.